Okay. Wait. Hello, Blue. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Kind of just doing something more important steps. Okay, and there we are. We have our first, hopefully 3 undead for this little run. Yes, indeed, War Crime Simulator. With a bunch of mods. Okay. So... one of the genes I equipped this pawn with does give them the meditation need. And they have a natural meditation focus, which means I need to look... I've got some traits I was meant to give them, but give them now. Restart the stream now then. Where is the animate? I could use this. So, Okay, not flammable at all, so... Okay. So anyways... few things to note. My rimworld model list did have to be trimmed a lot before I could things to work. Not today, of course, otherwise my stream would have started a bit later. Ready? Anyways, I am going to do some minor cheating right now because I intended to put a some very thematic traits on this pawn, but forgot to. There we are. Okay. Currently, my main pawn for this rimworld save is a bit on the blind side. That will eventually change. Kind of soon, thanks to the natural meditation type. Fun fact about rimworld, sight is not overrated. Fun fact, even if this pawn had like a shooting skill of 10, they'll miss over half their shots. If a gun. And of course, once the once the shooting level gets closer to 20, it goes from missing half the shots to actually being terrifyingly accurate for a blind person. Anyways, hopefully none of my skills D-level because this... Well, hopefully this gene works and none of the skills D-level. Lag spike. Seems to just be from the autosave and mental state change. Anyways, now this gene essentially means the closer to a mental break this pawn comes, the greater their psi focus, well, the greater their psychic sensitivity, psi focus gain, and neuro heat recovery. Which essentially means worse mood, more powerful psionics. Which currently is just worse mood means things have more effect. Its greatest bonuses actually occur during a catharsis, which is pretty much inevitable now that they had a mental break. Hopefully they remember to eat during this. Oh yes, they do. Why do none of these skeletons have a shooting above 0? Okay, but there's a difference between shooting and not being able to see, as they can see. They just don't know how to use a gun. You'd think one of them would have memories from their time as one of the living on how to use gun, but no. Anyways, food is currently a big issue because metabolic efficiency -5, which is equivalent to over doubling the hunger rate. Yeah. Translation, even though I only have one pawn that needs to eat, they need to eat a lot. Anyways, now that I have my storage room set up, I should set up my next room. Travelers. And will you look at this? One of them is, Herod. Which is from Alpha Genes. Oh, you. Oh. I've... You have a shooting skill of 4, and you have a shooting skill of 11. Oh yeah, I can't draft someone who's having a mental break. Hey, we have made enemies with a potentially rather dangerous faction. Now, who among you have the highest melee skill? You. You take the only knife they have. Okay, so we're not going to be making enemies with the Empire faction. The Shattered Empire. Also, I hope this mental break ends soon. Maybe making an enemy of a faction this early is not a good idea, but Where are you going? Oh yeah, your meditation time, but first we've got 2 new recruits. You still have quick. Okay, do skeletons just not get to have shooting skill? I guess basic skeletons don't have the cognitive ability to become skilled at shooting. They could still shoot. They have the cognitive ability to shoot a gun, just not how to learn to shoot a gun better. Anyways, this one still contains information relating to one of the mods I have. Which is hilarious because they're going to demand payment for that information even though they're undead too dumb to talk. Okay. Do I go for a second experiment for... Do I go for the first experiment first or Undead Forge first? One allows me to upgrade my Necromancer's abilities without this ritual. Oh yeah, this ritual. The other one is rather useful still. It allows me to directly upgrade the Necromancer. First experiment it is. We're also going to need a research table before we can do anything with that, but oh. One of the best things added by the Anomaly DLC for rimworld got to be the healing HP per day thing. As it doesn't care about the nature of the damage, it just heals the damage. Fun fact, the Necromancer pawn can have up to 100 HP per day healing, which is very powerful. This is going to be my general production room. What is a general production room? Well, it's the room which it's the first production room I make and is eventually just going to be dismantled into a bunch of different rooms for better work efficiency. Rat. Pete, go hunt the mad rat, will you, for me? Did Nerds have freezing breath? Oh yeah. Oh no, Animals just randomly go mad in rimworld. I can't wait until I could make my flooring of human skin. That is literally one of the mods I have. Yeah, I'm going to put my pawn speed in my general production room. So that reminds me, I need to create a co-op storage room at some point. Because even though I do have a butcher table... So, fun fact about rimworld, normally when you butcher a corpse, it just deletes the corpse, even though there is a skeletal stage in the base game. I have a mod which changes that, so the corpse becomes a skeleton when butchered. And especially since there's no bone resource in rimworld, which asks the question of where are the bones going? Where sadly they have gotten food poisoning. Oh boy, that car of ISIS is doing a lot of heavy lifting for mood, ain't it? Oh. That's some bad food poisoning. Probably one of the simple meals my skeletons made. The message did say the cooking area was unclean. That was all. Well, so I'm glad you're taking time to do some recreate. Oh, yeah, some food on you. I have. Actually, that brings up the question: how's the cooking skill in this? They have my pawn has a cooking skill of 2. All these corpses have a better cooking skill. Why would I not let one of the corpses cook? They all cook better. Yeah, the actual problem was that the cooked food was cooked in an unclean room. Days again. Maybe we should speed rush the second experiment. Won't be easy to do. And the reason why is because the second experiment eliminates both food and sleep needs. And currently all our problems come from food and a little bit of sleep. Those are most of our problems coming from. See, they're recovering from the food poisoning. Ah, a raid already. Slaughter them. We'll need a corpse for the green crystal. Did I find jade? I don't remember. Ooh, smoke leaf. Melee of 4, melee of 11, melee of 13. Okay, we have no jade. Wow. The Cash Slickers really seeing someone with cataracts in both eyes, hearing loss in both ears, and is frail to raid me. This loser could only carry 50 steel at a time. Anyways, we now have a green crystal, which is useful for crafting the experiment when we research it. The ingredients is human corpses. Plus 1 green crystal. So many corpses. For the sake of the experiment, which costs... Okay. fun fact, rimworld operates on a straw which broke the camel's back kind of system. What I mean by that is, it's not the worst amulet which causes the mental break. It's not, when it comes to what amulet causes the mental break, well, like what the game says, what amulet causes the mental break, it looks at whichever negative amulet is the youngest. Which is the reason why 8 without a table is so common as a reason for mental break. It's because it is usually extremely young. Which led to an entire meme of eating without a table is like the worst thing you could do to a pawn due to how commonly it's listed as the cause of a mental break. Wait, sleeping counts as meditation? Neat. Also, meditate, please. So yeah, a very, rather actually realistic system for, like, categorizing what causes a mental break led to some memes about the game due to how commonly it causes 8 without a table to be the leading cause of mental breaks. One thing which I wish about this game was that, like, your pawns could eat and meditate at the same time. Technically, it's just to make this gene easier to handle, but, like, still. Anyways. Personally, from this game. this will be a decent location for my new empire's first settlement. So I am going to cook. Is that? Did a person and or bot just come into my stream to advertise adding fake viewers to my stream? Because it looks like that. Intellectual skill of 16, which means faster research. Ah. Okay, what? Oh yeah, I forgot this. Run along here. I mean, isn't it kind of pathetic to run from a porcupine? Why did you land all the way over there? Out of every location you could have landed, you chose right next to the anima tree. you just like agitating whatever architect might be behind Animatrice? Of course there's zero room in praising this. You're outdoors! Anyways, I'm not having my undead be distracted by gaining a royal title and finally, psionics. They can now see. My pawn can now see. They can actually see now. And as they gain the Psycaster levels, their ability to see shall only improve, eventually becoming over double what a normal person can see. Yeah, a downside about becoming a noble is that it also increases expectations. However, an upside is each noble rank they have, thanks to their natural leader gene, grants them 2% greater work speed. Global work speed, I might add. It's time to get started on our third room by the looks of things. have a minor non-complaint, but not really a complaint, but not really not a complaint either about, like, the rimworld community. And it's like, one of the things which exists in rimworld lore are beings known as architects. The architects are also known as machine gods, and for the very reason that they are extremely powerful AI that have, pretty much turned the entire world into a supercomputer. Now then, you would think that there'll be a number of people like with architect OCs. I could only ever find one person with an architect OC, and they created a mod about it. A very good mod, I might add. Like, seriously, what's off the room? Like, seriously, you'd think more people in the remote community would look at Archotech, and just create an AI out of those, like, just create an OC out of those. Lady, I want you to be able to do the first experiment as soon as possible. Anyways, the person who has an architect OC has named their architect OC Frey. And they also made their architect canonically a bit social with people. Huh. Oh, would you look at this, an ancient danger. There's a non-zero chance that what is behind this wall is death. forest fires. Thunderstorms are interesting weather events. They create a lot of fire, but they also clear a lot of fire. It's really a 50-50 on whether or not it'll end with a forest fire or not. And I mean end of a forest fire still going on, not whether or not it'll cause a forest fire. It will cause a forest fire. Probably. What should I use this room for? Ooh.
Do you think this should be my corpse room, or do you think I should use it for something yet?
Did it seriously have to be the components? I'm not going to use them for a while, yes, but still, those are valuable. Anyways, I could use this room for corpse storage. I could also use it for other things. What other things? I guess I don't really have anything else to do with it. That reminds me. Fun fact, because this stuff does increase recreation, it's straight up poison. Specifically the kind of poison that's meant to make your digestive system go, get it out. Don't worry, Melly guys. When I eventually decide to research advanced necromancy, we'll get ourselves an habit. Fun fact about the mod 1 of Death, which is the mod which I'm using to do all this necromancy. One of its undead types is called the Overseer. Yeah, what the Overseer specializes in doing is it seems like such an advanced undead that it fully retains its personality. Which also means that it is possible for one of your pawns to end up having an undead as a lover. It should also be noted that without a mod which allows for loving to occur outside of a bed, the lover status is essentially just that you love each other very much. Nothing beyond that. Okay. Now then, let's see here. That will cause a forest fire. This won't. That'll take a long while. Actually, that guy's will too. Ah. Please don't be mechanoids. Please be anything but mechanoids. Yeah, game, I'm aware. Ah, one of my favorite little mods, Mechanite Plague. As you can see here, we now have a ton of corpses. Some of which are a little unusable for our purposes. So I find it strange that these guys have like a skeleton stage, but as soon as they reach that, they just disappear. Pulse gun. already. I forgot to enable different meat types, please.
Yes, I put all the peels in the and the eggshells and stuff. That one is sleeping her butt off.
And the new days.
That little cat is sleeping her butt off. Yeah, he's sleeping his butt off to be full of shit when he wakes up.
Oh, by the way, I have a biological warfare mod installed. And an add-on for it, which allows me to create a virus which causes people to become shamblers on death.
He's sleeping.
Well, the mega scarabs should eventually starve. And it looks like Storm has been let out of the room. Oh yeah, I'll need to build an altar room eventually.
The last Chloe.
Wait, what? I guess this is what 500 crit scale looks, 500% crit scale looks like. The hurry corpses are trying to run. Why are you crawling towards our storage room? Ah, one of the corpses escaped. I guess. Okay. I underestimated what 500% freight scale is going to produce. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was still ready for it. But like, God, I didn't know the first raid would be, well, technically, second raid would be this big. Don't worry about it. You will regrow your arm and fingers. Anyways, with all these corpses, we have so much food. Oh. Anyways, there should be enough corpses for the first experiment. Second experiment, not so much. You shouldn't be caring about the corpses. Why are you caring about the corpses? Whereas my undead crew is now fully clothed and armored. why do you have any opinion on the corpses being there? You have a trait that should eliminate the feeling about observing corpses. Okay, she shouldn't be having any opinion on the corpses.
Anyways, we have a lot of armor, clothing, and weaponry to sell to the next trader which comes by.
Okej, då har vi inte fått dom i alla fall. That's delicious. Miles sweet. Like I think you can pay somebody else. Ah.
Oh, a corpse I missed. And another one.
That's a very weird evolution.
There's some miles to be. Like a smaller one. She's eating the sofa, guys.
669. It just rotted away. Ah, major food poisoning.
Oh, he knows you're using the money. Oh, but you just take this key or come back. You want both? So the overcount and that.
I need to find something to talk about. They've been silent for too long. What should I talk about? Oh, well, I guess I could talk about rimworld's archetypes for a bit. It's like, fun fact, rimworld actually is like a little bit of a fiction primer in it somewhere, which, like, Gives like a bit of details on like the setting. Yeah. But like, when you get into the architects, it kind of just feels like one of the details about the architects is nobody knows like anything about them. Like, they've invented volumetric power cells. How do those things work? They're either pulling power from another dimension, or they're just straight up violating the laws of thermodynamics. Architects are also the origin of psionics in rimworld. And are very, very psionically powerful themselves. Architects, like an architect first starts off as like an AI built to adapt to an ever-growing, like, that's just like built to grow and grow. Like, the AI eventually gains additional, like, information banks throughout the world and, like, in orbit of its, like, world. Like, eventually the architect AI escalates to the point where it just turns the entire planet into a computer. This process is referred to as transcendence. Not much is known about what occurs when an architect achieves transcendence. It is known that the entire population of the planet just disappears, the planet leaves communications, and it's now just a giant supercomputer. But it's not known what happens to the population. What the architect is doing as a supercomputer, how it operates, and also the fun fact that architects are just canonically sometimes they just disappear and nobody knows why. People have attempted to get close to a transcendent world, aka the architect's AI's computer world body. But like the ships just get turned around, the crew either remembers nothing, remembers just being knocked unconscious, and there's a good chance that the crew are healed from lethal ailments. There's also a good chance that the only thing that happens is the cruise ship is just turned around. Not quite like the Borg from Star Trek, because that will imply that the architects keep on trying to, like, transcend other worlds, but like, usually the architect just stops after transcending itself and just does whatever it wants. Nobody even knows the motives behind things. The closest we have to an idea on how powerful the architects are is ants are to us what we are to an architect. Architect AI. Kind of just like interesting. Anyways, I can't help but like wonder what would happen if like an architect came into contact with the infestation from Warframe. Like, I could see one of two things occurring. The infestation successfully infests the architect's computer body. Option B. The architect just completely overwrites the strain of infestation which reaches its body and suddenly just has a new tool in its tool belt to do stuff with.
Like, just can't help but wonder which one it would be
Between the two. Yeah, I know, which is the reason why there is a possibility that the infestation infects the Archotech AI. But, like, there is still a chance that it goes the other way around. there's a non-zero chance of that, but like... But like, the architect's also known for like, just bending reality. They have the numbers, yes, but like, I'm pretty sure that the infestation might be technological enough that the architect AI will just view it as so primitive that they could just mass override the infestation. And there's also the question of, can the infestation even get close to the architect's AI? Remember, ships that approach an architect's computer body are known to just end up being turned around, often instantaneously. Like, ultimately, the answer to the question is a big unknown because the architects are a big unknown. Space Station do have void shenanigans. I also know it would be hilarious if you just chucked an Architect AI into Warhammer 40k. As again, Architects are canonically such advanced AI that we are canonically pretty much ants to them. So, Architect AI chucked into Warhammer 40k would probably just look at the Chaos Gods and just go, ah, those exist. If they get annoying me, I'll just kill them. And fun fact, an Architect AI chucked into Warhammer 40k could probably kill the Chaos Gods without even needing to really do anything other than just release a Psychic Wave, as one of the canonical abilities of Architects is again insanely powerful psionics. Like, one of the events in the game is a thing of just people of an inch, like a bunch of people just moods changed because an architect decided that it was just going to release a psionic mood wave. Storm is currently by me. You won't get him, he is. I'm just hoping that Storm stays away from my keyboard. Storm hasn't touched my keyboard. such a cute kitten. Also, fun fact, my cat Tiger is finally starting to show parental instincts towards Storm. Sorry. My sister's cat. Connor, before you tell me to kill it, no. Just no. Sorry. Good night. This thing... Well, I'm talking about the Galatros. This thing is dangerous. This thing chucks boulders the size of people. Storm is in a very chaotic mood right now. Not always, sister. Yeah. Just most of the time. Ooh, taxes. Storm, now, girl. Boy. Huh? I'm talking about Storm. Why are you saying question boy? Soon we'll unlock the first experiment. Gain a permanent mood boost as a result of creating the thing. Receive some minor buffs for our necromancer. Then we'll be researching the second experiment, which will grant an even greater permanent mood buff and grant even better buffs. Then we'll work on researching the Undead Forge, and I guess eventually we'll get onto the One of Death, aka third experiment, which will grant very good buffs. Yes. Meditation time. Fun fact, the final experiment takes up a total of 40 corpses. The minimum amount of corpses you need to achieve lich them from in the mod 1 of death is like what? So first experiment is 6 corpses, second experiment would be 10 plus 5, 15 plus the first experiment's total, so 21 plus 40 for the final experiment, meaning the total number of corpses to achieve lich them in the 1 of death mod is 61 corpses. Humanoid specifically. All that to completely abandon humanity for undeath. And now we got unfamiliar with death. It pretty much is just 10 HP per day healing and a mood buff of 10. Which moves us a little further away from mental breakdown. Yeah. One of Death has a very high corpse requirement. Mechanite Plague is such a fun mod. And combined with Vanilla's costs expanded. After all, I could do this. And behold, a forest fire. Some cats are just a bunch of chaos put into a cat mold. Anyways,
Anyways, it looks like it's like around about time for me to end the stream. So,
Goodbye.
goodbye, friends.